Hey friends, I'm just going to pop right in here and share with you what I have written, which is an article which first outlines the Ayurvedic methods of assessment. These are totally awesome, and I share them with you because I wanted to offer a window into the clinical sophistication of Ayurvedic medicine. I want to offer a reframe for what has become the normal view of healthcare, mainly that the notion that medical specialists and high-tech diagnostics are best. Blood tests and medical specialists offer a painfully incomplete picture of our health. They do not reveal causation, nor do they accurately find correlation between differing aspects of our health. We all know the story. Well, Mrs. Jones, your blood test came back normal. And she's sitting there thinking, how can that be? I feel terrible. What do you mean? Modern medicine has put forth the notion that blood tests and technological analysis is the highest form of diagnosis. And I'd like to say quite clearly that this is wrong. I'm going to lay out my case, and I invite you to decide for yourself. When you need your car fixed, you see a mechanic, a specialist in cars. Thus, it seems natural that if you have digestive discomfort, you would see a gastroenterologist, a specialist in digestion. On the surface, this makes sense. But let us investigate further. The reality is that the expertise of your mechanic, your car specialist, is actually holistic. He understands cars as a whole. Alternators, batteries, cylinder blocks, pistons, crankshafts, timing belts, and more. He understands each part separately, and more importantly, how each of those parts are interconnected. A great mechanic is able to ascertain which parts are working and which are not, and thus which action to take to return the car to proper working order. A great mechanic can guide you correctly, show you which actions need to be taken, and prevent you from taking unnecessary, non-helpful actions. The medical specialty paradigm that has become normal in our country is akin to a mechanic that just understands pistons. He knows more about pistons than any other mechanic. But if you need something else, he refers you elsewhere. Imagine if all the mechanics were that way. How many specialists would you need to see before finding the right diagnosis for your car? Sound familiar? Let us not forget that each specialist charges his fee along the way. As I'm sure you've put together by now, this is in fact our current medical paradigm. Doctors of different modalities and specialties offer their expertise in hyper-specialized areas of focus and refer out for everything else. Sadly, as it stands today, and in a general sense, these specialized doctors have never learned the science of holistic health. They do not understand health. They do not understand healing, nutrition, physiology, or disease in a comprehensive manner. Nutrition is not taught in medical schools. Maybe you've heard that, maybe you haven't. That is something that deserves a moment. Nutrition is not taught in medical schools. A young person going to medical school today who wants to become a doctor takes 0 classes on nutrition and how nutrition can be used to maintain health, reverse disease, and so on and so forth. Remember that when your doctor is talking to you like you don't know what you're talking about, like he doesn't have time for you. But really, how can we take a doctor seriously who doesn't understand nutrition? How can I trust a medical professional who doesn't even know how my food affects my health? When it comes to health, we want our medical professionals to be equipped in the same manner as our mechanics. We want competent, holistic professionals who specialize in living organisms. Health is not hyper-specialized. Every aspect matters. Every aspect plays a role. Just like our mechanics, we need people who can ascertain which parts of our health are working well and which parts are not, and when and where to take action. To further dispel the notion that technological testing is the best form of diagnosis, I want to explore my last point. What exactly are blood tests and biomarkers supposed to tell us? They're supposed to indicate our health, right? A blood test, supposedly, is supposed to tell us whether or not we're healthy. Blood tests and biomarkers are nothing other than indicators of our natural health. Not only do these tests not work, these tests are not required to ascertain the health of a person. You yourself can tell when a person looks vibrant and healthy or when a person looks sickly and weak. Right? You've all been there. We've all been there where we see our friends or maybe ourselves in the mirror and we think, whoa, you need a nap, right? You're not looking so good. Health is visible. Our health is revealing itself in a variety of ways, constantly. So let's take a clinical example, anemia. Modern medicine needs to run a blood test to find out if you're anemic. I don't. And neither does a qualified holistic practitioner. A blood test isn't required to see that you're anemic at all. There are signs and symptoms both leading up to and in onset of anemia. According to Ayurveda, a person may appear thin, undernourished, with pale skin, pale lips, tongue, nails, and a loss of natural skin glow. They may experience cold extremities, dryness, swelling, or headaches. They may also experience fatigue, heart palpitations, or feeling tired even after resting, even after sleeping. Typically, alongside this, they experience poor digestion, absorption, indigestion, and a loss of desire for eating. Mentally, they may experience lack of motivation, difficulty concentrating and paying attention, anxiety, and difficulty falling asleep, or difficulty staying asleep. So that's just a little window. All of this can be ascertained through those beautiful Ayurvedic methods which I list out in the article. No testing required, no expensive technology, no multi-$1,000 insurance bill. Not only is none of that testing required, Ayurveda is actually much better equipped to treat a person with anemia. Modern medicine will give you iron supplements and iron infusions, and like most modern medical treatments, these do not address the root cause of the issue. Thus, my conclusion is this. The reason a living organism specialist, a holistic specialist, is ideal is because they can connect the dots across all aspects of your health. I think about it like stars in the night sky. When enough dots have been connected, the constellation of your health is illuminated. This constellation presents both your current health status and the roadmap to restoring balance. In my personal practice, I leverage the beautiful Ayurvedic science of life to support and nourish your physiological star map, which is the true underlying cause of all aspects of your health and imbalance. Be bold and courageous, my friends. I'll catch you next time.